we stopped in the last session. Where we stopped in the last session, what we discussed. Anyone remember? Where we stopped in the last session. Hmm? Anyone? Jupyter notebook. So we discussed about the class. Okay, what is class? Contains what variables and methods. How we can access the members, right? That means how we can access the variables and how we can access the methods or not. Yes or no? Those things we discussed, right? So did you practice all this stuff? Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? Hmm? How we can create a class? Class is the keyword in Python. Class and class name. My class contains what? Variables and methods. Variables and methods. Now tell me, when you can go with the class, any one of you. When you can go with the class. This is the class, right? When you can go with the class. In which case you want me to go with the class? Okay, very simple. You have some data. For example, front wheels 2, back wheels 4. Okay, you have some data. This total data represent this total data work for the same cause, right? This total data represents about the bus only or not. You have a data representation, okay, which is related to one particle. Then that time don't keep the data outside, wrap the data in a single entity. That entity we can say like what? A class. Okay, front wheels represents what? Bus. Back wheels represents what? Bus. Get color represents what? Bus color only. Okay, these all variables and functions. Okay, work for what? Tell something about the bus. Then keep these variables and functions inside a single entity. That entity we can say like a class. Whenever you keep this particular function inside the class, that time onwards it is turned to be like a method. We can access that particular method using object reference or not. Yes or no? Okay, you have a class. What you can do with the class? You have a class means simply you have some data representation, that's it. Okay, you have a class means in our own words, if you want to tell, I have a plan, I have an idea, that's it. I have an idea, I have a plan. Okay, so if you have an idea, when it is come into the picture means, okay, your idea, whenever you implement, then only, right, your idea is ready to provide the service. If you have an idea, you not implemented, what is the use of that idea? There is no use, right? You have a class means you have an idea. When you can get the services from the idea, whenever you implemented or not, same like this. Class is nothing but you have an idea, you have, okay, a plan of action. When it is done to be, okay, ready to provide the service, whenever you create an object physically, that idea is available, then only, right, we can get some services from that particular idea or not. So you need to create an object for that particular class. Very simple. You have a plan. For example, okay, simple example, if you want to tell, you can take like a construct a home. You have a plan. Okay, when it is ready to use, whenever that particular house is available, right? Okay, whenever you construct, then only that object is available. You can ready to provide the service. You can use whatever you have in the house or not. Yes or no? So whenever you create an object, then only you can get the services from the class or not. So this is the class. Okay, and this is my object which is used to provide the services for the class. Understood, everyone? Can anyone talk something about what kind of variables you can write, what kind of methods you can write in the class? You can write a static variables, you can write a instance variables, you can write a local variables. There has three types of variables you can write inside the class. What kind of methods you can write? You can write a instance methods, you can write a static methods, you can write a class methods. These are the three kinds of methods you can write, three kinds of variables you can write inside the class. Understood everyone? Tell me. Okay. Okay, then. The next one is like, see, in a class, how many variables you can write, how many methods you can write in a class. You can write any number of variables, any number of methods you can write it. Can anyone talk something about this particular method? This is the method, right? What is this method? When it is going to call? What is this method? Any one of you? What is this method? What you can say?
Constructor.
It is like a constructor or not. Okay, how we can say it is like a constructor? This is, see, this particular topic of concept not only for the Python. Okay, these concepts common for any programming language. Okay na? So see, underscore underscore init underscore underscore one method I written. Okay, you said like a constructor. How we can vary, how we can differentiate this particular method from remaining methods? When this method is going to execute, how we can say this method you can, okay, say like a constructor, how we can say like a constructor? Can anyone, how we can differentiate? Very simple. In a class, the method which is executed at the time of creating an object. Very simple definition for any programming language. The method which is executed at the time of creating an object for that particular class, that kind of methods we can say like a constructor. That method we can say like what? Constructor. Here, my underscore underscore init underscore underscore, it is like what? It is a constructor or not? How we can say constructor? See, whenever I created an object for this particular student class, did you observe my hello printed or not? Yes or no? Okay, hello printed means the method body executed. When the method body will execute? Whenever you create a, okay, whenever the method called. Okay, see, that method called, that the reason only the method body executed or not. Agreed everyone? Yes or no? Now you can ask a question, hey, why we go for constructor? What is the use of that constructor? That is the question or not? We'll discuss. We'll discuss. Okay, up to you, everyone. Okay then. Now tell me, this particular init method called by whom at the time of creating an object? At the time of creating an object, this particular init method called by whom? You called, okay, my Python people only called at the time of creating an object for that class. Who called? You called or Python?
Python.
Python people only, right? While calling that particular constructor, okay, while calling that particular underscore underscore init underscore underscore, can anyone tell me how many parameters, how many arguments they passed? How many arguments they passed? Hmm? How
One.
many, how many arguments they passed? One argument or not? Yes or no? What is that argument? What is that argument? Can anyone guess? What is that argument? One argument passed, that is correct. What is that argument in Python? Okay, whenever you call a method, okay, by you or by Python, they call, okay, while calling, they passed one parameter or one argument or not? Yes or no? What is that argument? What is that argument? Can anyone
Current,
guess?
current, current
current,
class object.
current class object or not? Current class object. Here my current class object, current class is what? Student. Here they passed the student object or not? Here name you want me to use self, anything you can use. Name here you want me to use self or anything. It is like a variable reference. It's a reference, it holds some data, whatever you passed. Okay, anything you can use it, but naming convention wise, based on the value, okay, what it is going to hold, you can give the proper naming convention, you can use the proper naming convention. By seeing this, okay, if I write like a 100% valid, a represents what? I know that one as a developer, it is like a my current class object. That the reason, instead of a, you know that one. For example, some other person see this. A is what? What is this A? A is like a variable. It holds the data, anything. But by seeing or by spelling this particular name itself, he should come to know like what it is going to hold it. For that purpose, you have to use the proper naming convention. Okay, that's the reason in Python, most of the times, 99%, whenever, okay, you call a function or you call a method, they are going to pass a current class object. That particular object they are going to hold by using one of the variable reference name is like a self. Most of the times, 99%. You can use A, B, C, D, no problem, but proper naming convention, try to use it. Understood, everyone? Okay or not? Okay, na? Okay. Okay, I have straight question is there. Either, okay, yes or no, you can tell me. Outside the class or inside the class, if you want to access the members of a class, you need, okay, object, valid statement or invalid statement. If you want to access the members inside the class or outside the class, you need an object. At this moment, what we discussed, based on that one, you can tell. For example, static members are there. That has something different way you can call it. But at this moment, tell me, either, okay, outside the class, either inside the class. If you want to access the members of a class, you need what? Tell me. Is it possible to access the members directly? Is it possible to access the members directly? Say this example. Is it possible to access the members directly? There has N1 is there, N2 is there. Okay. I am using what? By using class of, okay, this object only, I am able to take it or not. See, inside the class, this class member I used. Outside the class, this class member I used. Inside the class or outside the class. If you want to access the class members, what is required? What is this one? The class object or not? Yes or no? What is my class object here? Arithmetic class object. This is outside the class. Inside the class, that arithmetic class object is what? Self. Understood? So this is the general statement is what? Either inside the class or either outside the class. If you want to access the members of a class, you need an object or not. There has some changes are required in the statement. We can change it, but at this moment, the statement is valid or invalid. Tell me, that statement is valid or invalid? Come on. Yes or no? 100% valid, right? Okay. Okay then. Now see here. This is one way. N1 equals to 10, N2 equals to 20, and you can access the members of a class. Okay. Now here, this is also class. While calling a particular method, you can pass the parameters also or not. Can anyone tell me here we pass it like a 2, but you hold like a 3? What? Why? Why? What happened in the background? Why? Because whenever you call a class method, whenever you call or Python call a class method, that method called by passing one default argument, that is current class object or not. That is the default one. Okay, if you want to add some more, you can add it. So this one is equals to what? Obj1 dot sum. Come on. Internally Python called, tell me, you call like this, Python internally called like what? Your current class object and 10 comma 20. This is the way internally it is converted or not? Yes or no? Come on. Yes or no? Okay, really it is like this only or not? Okay, prove me. Okay, very simple, you can prove it. You passed like how many parameters? 2. So that I hold with 2 only. Then the time what error you can get it? Then the time what error you can get it? Then the time what error you can get it? Then the time what error you can get it?
Just arguments is 3.
Yeah, okay. Expected arguments are like what? 3, but received how many? 2 only or not? If you get that kind of error, it means what? They passed like 3 values or not? They passed like 3 values or not? If I remove this one, you only can see. Now come here, you can create an object for this particular class. If you see this, you can get this error or not. Okay, take 2 positional parameter, but 3 were given. That means here you hold like 2 only, but 3 were given. What, where is that third one? Okay, am I passed? No. Who passed? Python. So internally it is converted like what? Internally it is converted like this or not? Obj1 dot sum, your current object and my first value and my second value or not? And my first value and my second value, it is turned to be like this or not? Agree with me? Oh, up here, okay, everyone? Now you can see. Can I run this one? Executed. Can I execute this one also? Yes. Now my expected output should be like 30. Okay, na? Up till okay, everyone? Okay. Line number 92. Okay. Can anyone explain me? Last time we stopped here, right? Okay. What is this one? You created one class called as a bus. You created a class called as a bus. Create a class. It means what? Create a class. What it means? Come on. Create a class means what? Hmm? You created a class. What it means? Tell me, you have a plan. That's it, right? You created a class means you have an idea. That's it. There is no use of that one. When you can get the services from the class, whenever you create an object. Yes or no? Now here my requirement is something different. What you know? I have a class bus. I want to find, okay, I want to find the sum of all the wheels. Okay, I want to find the total wheels of the bus. Okay, but the requirement is like this. My requirement, what you know? My requirement is sometimes, okay, you have a class bus, right? Okay, you have a idea. What is my idea? To find the sum of total wheels of my bus. How we can find the sum of total wheels? Very simple thing. Okay, so far I written like this: back wheels 4, my front wheels equals to 2. Then that time just I written like this. It is working as expected. Okay, self plus BW, FW plus self plus BW. This is okay, actual thing. Now if I create an object for this particular one, okay, now it is going to execute as expected. Obj1 dot, obj1 dot what? Total, okay, wheels of backwards, okay, backwards. Right. Okay, now if you come here, it is like 6. This is not a, okay, this is not like okay new thing for us. It is like general thing only. But my requirement is what you know. I want to find the sum of the back wheels. But here, sometimes my bus, okay, some buses, okay, mini buses, back wheels are like 2 only. Sometimes normal buses, back wheels are like 4. Sometimes other buses, back wheels are like 6. Now I have different buses. That means different objects I have. Object is nothing but which is physically available. Okay, first bus physically available. That particular bus back wheels like 2 only. Now second bus come into the picture. That bus has back wheels 4. Another bus also there. That bus has back wheels is like 6. If three buses are there, that means three objects. Bus means physically available. Three buses are available so that this particular class satisfied for three buses, it is satisfied for only one bus. Tell me. Total wheels, you can say. Total wheels. If I take mini bus, my total wheels how many? Front wheels 2, back wheels also 2 only. Understood or not? If it is like normal general, if you take front wheels 2, back wheels 4. If I take like some other, okay, double deck, then that time front wheels 2, back wheels is like 6, for example. Think like that. This particular class satisfied for only one bus. That is like what normal general bus is like, 2 front wheels, 4 back wheels. It is not satisfied for mini, and it is not satisfied some other bus also or not. Yes or no? If I hard code like this, in this case, how I can get a proper answer? If it is like a mini bus, my output should be 4 only. Normal, my output should be 6 only. Some other, my output should be 8. Okay, but if I write the class like this, it is not satisfied for 2 buses, it is satisfied for 1 bus only. So in this case, how I can manage, how we can handle, okay, the class and get the services from the class? That is the question. First change, what you want me to do? Anyone guess? First change, what you want me to do? Come on. What is my first change? First of all, in the class, you hard coded the front wheels and back wheels or not? If I hard coded front wheels and back wheels, it is satisfied for only one bus, the values. Yes or no? Do you want me to hard code? Tell me first question. Do you want me to hard code? Come on. Do you want me to hard code? No, you should not hard code. So I removed that one. So they syntactically 100% valid. That's okay, fine. Total, how many buses are available? Total buses. How many? One mini bus, normal, and some other. Okay. Tell me. Mini bus is available means physically mini bus available. Okay, with respect to class, bus is available means object is available or not. Yes or no? So can I create an object for the mini bus? Okay, how we can create an object? Okay, obj1 equals to bus. Okay, this is for what? Mini bus, you can say. Okay, whenever I call, okay, obj1 dot total wheels, your output should be what? Can anyone guess? Whenever I call obj1 dot total wheels, my output should be what? If it is minibus. If it is like minibus, my output should be what? Total wheels. 4, right? 4, right? So if I write like this, it is not gives me a proper answer. It gives me a error. Can anyone tell me what is that error? If I run this one, it gives me an error. What is that error?
Not a KFW.
Not a,
Not an attribute.
yeah, it is not having an attribute fw or not. Myself is not having, my bus object has no attribute fw or not. Yes or no? So I'm not expecting this one. If it is like mini, I'm expecting 4. Tell me what change is required. Any one of you. Come on.
Passing 3 arguments. 2 arguments.
To whom? Hmm? To whom you want me to pass?
Total wheels.
Total wheels, huh? Any other thoughts? To whom you want me to pass? Yes, one option is like total wheels, I can pass it. Okay, like this FW and BW. FW and BW. Okay, see, whatever you said, just I'm doing that one. Okay, now tell me FW, BW, class members are local variables. Come on. Okay, if I run this one, can anyone guess what is the output? If I run this one.
Positional arguments.
Positional arguments. Okay, can I pass? How many? 2 comma 2. Now what is the output? Come on, what is the output?
4.
Come on, think. You can get the same error. You can get the same error. Why? You can get the same error. Why? See, FW and BW or like what? inside the function or inside the method, you use it like a normal variables or not. So here you are accessing like what? Normal variable or class variable using an object. You want me to go with the object or you want me to go with the direct FW? Tell me. FW and BW is like a variables of a class. First question. FW and BW are the variables of a class or a arguments of a method. Which one is like correct statement? FW, BW variables or a class? Yes, no. The statement is like FW and BW or variables of a class. Yes, no. The statement. No, right? Those are not variables of a class. Those are like what? Two arguments of my total wheels or not. These are the arguments of one method. It's not a class variables or not. Okay, that's the reason. Class variables only you can access by using an object. If it is like a method which contains some variables, you can directly access it or not. Okay, now see. Observe here. Can I remove this? Remove it. Okay, no run. Can I create an object? Yes. Now your answer should be 4. Okay. If it is like a mini bus. Now another bus I want. Come on, another bus. Normal. What you have to do? Obj1 dot total wheels. Total wheels. Listen carefully. 2 comma 4. What's my answer? 6. But here, how many objects you created? Here, how many objects you created? Here, how many objects you created? Only one object, right? What is that object? For mini bus only, you created an object, means mini bus only available. Now, see, you use like a total wheels 2 comma 2, 4, mini wheels data you get it. Total wheels 2 comma 4, you can get it like what? 6. But object is related to mini bus. You get the value is like 6. Is it like a relevant? Is it like a relevant output to my mini bus? Tell me. Mini bus is like one object. You can create one more object. Okay, one more object for which bus? Okay, normal general. You can create one more object for normal bus. Yes or no? Agreed with me? Now that time obj2 dot total wheels you can use it. But the problem here is, okay, I created like a normal bus obj2 dot okay, obj2 dot bus obj2 dot total wheels 2 comma 4, it gives me correct output only. But obj2 dot total wheels 2 comma 2, then that time again it gives me correct output only, but this is not related to my general bus or not. Yes or no? You have to avoid this kind of, okay, this kind of calls. Yes sir, got my point everyone? It gives me the expected output, at the same time it gives me, okay, unexpected, like what? Mini bus 2 comma 2, if I pass mini bus, yes, 4 wheels I can get it. It allows me to pass any number, right? 2 comma 4 also it is allows, but the mini bus has how many wheels now? 6. I created an object for general, then the time my general bus is available. 2 comma 4 6 correct only, but 2 comma 2 also if I write 4, okay, is my general bus has 4 wheels? No, right? So see, here it is like valid, but here it is allows this statement also, but it is not relevant, right? It is not related to my general bus or not. Here 6 wheels, it is not related to my mini bus or not. Yes or no? Come on, if I pass a parameters or arguments like this is the problem. You can get the expected output, at the same time it is gives me irrelevant, okay, which is not 6 wheels not related to mini, 4 wheels not related to my general bus, but still it gives me 6 without any errors, it gives me 4 without any errors. This is not the right approach. Tell me another approach, tell me. Anyone? No answers. Very simple. Mini bus means front wheels 2, back wheels 2. General, front wheels 2, back wheels 4. Minibus, when it is available? Whenever you create an object, this is minibus object or not. So can I pass front wheels to back wheels to? Come on. Can I pass front wheels to back wheels to? Possibility there or not there? Pass it or not? Whenever you create an object, okay, this is related to minibus. Whenever you create an object for the minibus, okay, can I pass my front wheels and back wheels to my minibus? What? How many you have? How many is required? Now, this particular statement, can anyone tell me? Whenever you create an object, which method is going to call in the class? Whenever you create an object, which method is going to call in the class?
Underscore.
Constructor is going to call. Now, exactly what is the error if I run 27? If I run 27, exactly what is the error? You given like 3, but you hold how many? Only 1 or not? Yes or no? Take one positional argument, but 3 were given or not. So I want to take 3. Okay. So first one, everyone knows that is the current object. Second one is what? Come on, you know that. Second one, 2, related to front wheels for my minibus. Back wheels 2 for my minibus or not? Yes or no? Now, this is like 100% valid syntax. Yes, no, yes. Now, total wheels, okay, don't ask them, okay, front wheels and back wheels. Then the time they are going to pass anything, it is allows. Okay, don't ask. Now, my question is very simple and straight question. My front wheels and my back wheels, which are inside which method? Come on, front wheels and back wheels, where it is? Tell me, where it is? Inside which method? Inside which method? Init or not? See here, front wheels, back wheels. Okay, these are like, if you want a proof, see simply front wheels, back wheels. Okay, now can I come here? Can I pass? See this, my front wheels to my back wheels to? Yes or no? My front wheels to and my back wheels to. Perfect. Okay, now here is my data. I want the data here. So can anyone tell me how we can? Here is my data. I want the data here. How we can get it? Anyone? Okay, very simple. Did you observe one thing? If you observe this method or this method, one common variable is available. Entire all the methods. What is that common variable? If you observe the first method, underscore init, if you observe the total wheels, one variable is common for both. Come on. One member is like common. What is that? Self, right? Here also self is there. Okay, here also self is there. Self is common for both or not? Yes or no? Come on. In the class, how many methods are there? Each and every method has the self. Self is what? A current class object. That means bus object is available here. Bus object is available here also or not? Bus object is common for all the methods. Agreed with my statement or not? Bus object is available, okay, in each and every method in Python. That is common for all the methods or not? Prove me. Is it like really common? Okay, I will show you. Self. Okay, na? Here also, just I want to keep like a self. Okay, na? Now, if I run this one, yes, obj1 dot total wheels. If I run this one, now observe. Menu, bus, object, 0, 0, 0, 350, 350. This and this one, both are like same or not? Yes or no? Come on. Both are like same or not? So self, init self, total will self, point into the same value, right? What is that value? My bus object, right? Yes or no? So here and here, some common area is there, common space is there. In that space, can I keep my front wheels and back wheels? The same space is available to this guy also, so that from that space he can take it or not. Can anyone guess? Okay, FW and BW, can I keep inside the self? How we can keep it? Very simple. Self dot FW, okay, and the self dot BW equals to BW. See this. My FW and BW I kept inside where? My self object or not? So in my self object, FW and BW is available. The same self object is available in the total wheels also. So that can I take from the self object my FW and BW? Very simple. I have some common spaces there. You can keep something in the common space. The common space available to me also. From the common space, I can take it or not, whatever you kept. Yes or no? Now, if you observe, say this, working as expected or not. To my mini bus, how many times you call total wheels? Always it gives me 4 only or not. Yes or no? Agree with me? Now, general bus. Okay. Another bus is required means what? Physically, one more bus is available. When it is available? Whenever you create a object or not. Whenever you create an object, yes. I created one more object. See here, this is not okay mini bus. Now this is like a normal general bus or not. One more object means one more bus is available. Okay, whenever one more bus is available, can I write total wheels? Now you can get like a 6 or not. I need one more bus. Okay, I need one more bus. Okay, now another bus is available. Say this is one more object. Now if you see obj3 dot total wheels, now another bus object, third bus total wheels, you can get it or not. Agreed? Which approach is the best? You want me to pass total wheels data to the total wheels, or you want me to follow this approach? Which one is recommended one in this case? On which one is recommended one? If you want to work with multiple objects, okay, with different data, can you follow this approach? If you want to work with one object with different data, can you follow this approach? If you have only one object, see here, only one object, obj1 only the object with different values, 10, 20, 1, 2, okay, like that, then the time you can follow this approach. If you want multiple object with different data, multiple objects, see, mini bus one object, normal bus one object, okay, double duck one object. Okay, now here multiple objects with different data, then the time you can follow this approach. Single object with different data, then the time you can pass the values to the to the method as a argument. Understood, everyone? Any questions so far? Come on. Anyone have any questions? Okay. Anyone have any questions? Now. Now see, this is the time for. I'm going to write some code snippet. Okay. You only explain me. What is this one? I created a class. Okay. Listen carefully. Okay. See this. We can do some changes. I want to talk something about a class contains how many variables total. By seeing this one, tell me total how many variables are there. Tell me, general thing. How many variables are there? First, n1 one variable. Okay, na? Next, n2 is like one more variable. Yes or no? Next, n3 is like one more variable. I want to find the sum. Okay, this is the question. Okay, three types of variables. Three variables are there. N1, N2, N3. In the class, how many types of variables are there? In the class, how many types of variables we can write? In the class, how many types of variables we can write? Come on. In the class, how many types of variables we can write? Three, right? Okay, can anyone tell me? Spell out. One is like static variables. Another one is like, come on, instance variables. Another one is like local variables or not. Okay, now? Okay, then, no problem. Now, I'm going to write the code snippet. Okay, you only tell me, okay, the exact error and fix also. If I write like this, exact error, tell me.
Take two positional arguments. Erase.
Additional arguments given expected to.
Takes two positional arguments. But zero is given.
Tell me. Tell me how many you are giving.
Two.
No, you are holding two. Given values how many?
Zero.
How many you are giving? While creating an object for the A class, how many values you are providing? One, right? Okay, whenever you call a method, by default Python added one or not. So one you given, but expecting how many? Two or like. Okay, so there is a mismatch or not? There is a mismatch or not? What is that? Missing one required positional argument N2 or not? This is missed or not? In the last time, what happened? You passed more, but you not holded. Say this, the difference. You can understand it. How many you passed? How many you passed? 10 no 20. 2 plus Python also 1 added. How many you passed? 3. But how many you holded? How many you holded? 2. So that 3 given, okay, take 2 positional argument, but 3 were given. You given extra. But now you given less. Okay, see this. Whenever you given less, one required positional argument is missing, that is N2 or not. Yes or no? Agree with me? Come on. Understood the difference between the previous one? You passed like more. The error message is different. Here you passed like more or lesser. Two required. Two required. But how many you passed? One you passed. So that you can get like this. You can get like this. Okay. So I passed also. Okay. Now there is no error, nothing. No error, nothing. Now obj1 dot sum. What is the, it is gives me an error. If it is like an error, what is that error? Anyone? Just analyze, don't think more. What is that error?
Additional argument.
Positional argument what? Positional argument. Hmm? Hmm?
M3 is required.
N2 is known.
The name N1 is not defined. Why, see, okay, general statement, say, you are calling a method inside the class. Yes, no. Tell me the answers. Yes, no. You are calling a method inside the class using an object. Whenever you call a method, either you or Python passed one parameter or not, one argument. What is that argument? Current class
Self.
object. Self, current class object. Okay, extra, you passed or not passed? Some extra. You passed or not passed? Tell me. Did you pass any
Not
extra?
passed.
Not passed. So that one value you are passing. That one value hold with n3. My n3 is what now? Self. Yes, no. My n3, I already told na, A, B, C, D, E, F, anything you can put it. Now this is n3. My n3 holds your current class object. There is no problem at all. Okay. Now, whenever you call this one, this statement will execute. What is this statement? N1 plus N2 plus N3. N1 is there or not there? Tell me. N1 is there as a class variable. Class variable you want me to call directly or you want me to call with the object?
All with the object.
With the object. Yeah, I did like that. No. So that my N1 is not available. Is available, but you not called properly. With the object only you have to call it. That the reason normally N1 is not available, so that you can get the error. Name N1 is not defined. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
What change is required?
Self.n1.
What change is required?
Self.n1.
If you want to avoid this error, what change is required? You want me to call N1 directly or you want me to call with the class variable, class object?
Class object.
Where is my class object?
n3.
N3, right? So that N3 dot N1. Okay, but I want to give the proper name. What's wrong with this one? Can I give the proper name? Yes or no? Yes. Now, what is the error? Next.
n3 is not.
What is my next error? Come on.
n3.
What is my another error? N2 is not defined. N2 also inside my class object, right? How we can take it? If it is inside the class object, okay, you have some value somewhere. If you want that value, you have to go and get it or not. Where is my N2? My N2 is inside the self. So if you want to take it, you have to take it from where? Self only or not? Yes or no? Next. Now the output is what? N3 is not defined. So can I pass my N3 as a local variable? Now can anyone guess? Okay. Line number 62, I'm going to execute what exactly the error was.
Required one positional argument.
Expecting two arguments.
Okay, required one positional. You passed less. So missing one required positional argument N3 or not. So can I pass like N3 value 10? Now the output is like what? 30 or not? Yes or no? Now I can say this variable is like a static variable. I can say this variable is like an instance variable. I can say this variable as a local variable. Understood? So we can elaborate more in tomorrow's session. Understood? This variable I can say like what? Static. This variable I can say like what? Instance. This variable I can say like what? Local. What is the difference? We'll see in tomorrow's session. So practice, then only you can understand the things. Okay, you have to practice on daily basis. Thank you guys, thanks for watching.